Ratan Tata is meeting the Aviation Minister, Ajit Singh, is seeing that live footage wherein he's stepping in to meet the Aviation Minister. Mind you, lots have been spoken about how the business for this particular airline, the upcoming airline, will shape up over the course of the next 3 quarters. They've given us some guidance as well. But yeah, this is important from that perspective.
See, after FIPB gave them clearance, they have applied to the Ministry for NOC. And all the names they have given, they have been given to the Home Ministry. They are working on that. But when they apply to DGCA, they'll need a lot of data. DGCA. They have hired the chief executive. They have hired the pilots. They have to prepare the operations manual, their flight plan, and everything. So I hope as soon as they get the clearance from the security clearance, then DGCA, it depends on how fast they can apply the real data that they need. But I don't expect it will take too long.
You mentioned about progress that has been made in the project. Could you elaborate on that? What kind of progress has been made?
Well, obviously, we've hired a lot of our staff, first line and second line. We've got a much better understanding of the market in the south. And we've had some very good meetings with chief ministers and airport authorities.
Are they offering you any special incentive to be operating out of Chennai?
No, we haven't gone to that level of discussion yet, but we feel that we are able to have the right cost environment to be able to stimulate the market. And I think the key message is what we're trying to say is flying is not elite anymore. What AirAsia has done, moving people from 200,000 11 years ago to now 44 million. Every common man in Southeast Asia can now fly. And that's what we'd like to try and bring. As I said, every driver who's picked me up every time from the airport, not a single one of them has flown. That's quite different in Malaysia and Thailand, where everyone now flies. And we think we'll be able to, by reducing fares, the volume, economic stimulus will happen, more jobs will be created. But this is a process that we have to take time to explain to everyone.
At 70,000 rupees per kiloliter, are you still confident of offering nano fares?
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate on how you managed to do that?
No, that's beyond the scope of this meeting, but I'm sure in due course you'll find out from that.
Mr. Tata, one question from you, sir. Sir, you are coming into this after so many times, sir. Yeah. What is your assessment of the whole industry now? Coming back?
Well, I think this is a different type of enterprise that Mr. Fernandez is bringing, and hopefully spread the use of air travel across India in a new dimension. And I think the Tata Group's very pleased to be associated with it.
Do you still regret that you did not bring airline at that point of time 20 years back and you're bringing it now? Is it a better time or earlier was a better time to bring an airline?
If we didn't come in earlier, it was not because we chose to stay out.
Isn't it thinking about shifting the base to Cochin, or you're still going to Chennai?
No, I think, Chennai, Cochin, Bangalore, all these places are potential hubs for us. There is nothing exclusive.
You haven't decided on a hub, right?
No. We would have... Chennai is definitely where we want to base ourselves.
Okay.
But there's nothing to preclude us from opening a hub in other states. Such as Cochin and Bangalore.
Delhi or Mumbai?
No, I think our focus is really, I think part of the promise to the minister here is to develop new parts and to stimulate new traffic. Delhi and Bombay has 50% of the aviation market. I think we would like to try and rebalance that so India has a more equal distribution of flying and more people can fly. If you look at the frequency of flights in the south and even connecting between some cities within the state, compared to what we have in Southeast Asia, there's a lot of potential for growth. So Delhi and Mumbai are not in our plans at the moment.
You have said the chief operating officer and the CFO will be Indians. Is that so?
Yes. The CEO is behind me.
No, the chief operating officer.
Yes, all Indians.
All Indians.
Yeah. Around the world, some of the best chief financial officers are Indians. So, of course, we will have an Indian chief financial officer.
Any launch date that you have decided?
Launch date? We can't. We have to wait for the NOC and we have to wait for AOC. We hope very much it can be this year. We're planning We would like to do it in October, but we have to wait for all the regulators to be comfortable. But this is not about when we start. It's about which we hope to be here for a long, long time. It's about doing it right, and we'll patiently wait for the approvals to come through.
Thank you.
Thank you.